Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this volcano party. And I just want to say ahead of time, I need you to remember that science says no matter how many volcanoes erupt, how often, where on the planet, activity is totally normal and everything is okay. And that volcanoes do not heat the atmosphere or the oceans. Only you, the human being, can do that by driving your car to work. All right. So, I've been talking about volcanoes and how we're going to see more volcanoes erupting over the years. And here we are. So Popocatépetl has erupted in Mexico today. And I don't know if you know this. Mexico is right next to the United States. So you got volcanoes exploding in Guatemala. You got volcanoes erupting in Mexico. Here's where we're going to build our wall. And here's where it's all on fire. And then here's where it's all flooding. So, and here's where we're going to build the wall. Great stuff, man. And then over in the Pacific, there's a bunch of typhoons and floods killing a bunch of people. 2018, man. So yeah, you got a volcano eruption again today. They happen weekly, really. But I guess, in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, Hawaii was erupting just as much, and the Galapagos Islands were erupting just as much, and Guatemala was erupting just as much, and the Popocatépetl volcano was erupting just as much, and, so science tells you, well, you don't have to worry about earthquakes or it changing the atmosphere, because it's just a volcano. It's not like it's a super volcano. So Mexico's Popocatépetl volcano spews ash high into the sky. Today, one of Mexico's most active volcanoes has sent a huge ash plume into the sky, the country's center of disaster monitoring has reported. Overnight, video taken by the center shows ash and incandescent material shooting from Popocatépetl volcano 6,500 feet into the air. People have been warned to avoid the area inside the 12K security radius surrounding its crater. Ash has been falling on communities near the volcano. Carlos Valdes, the Director General of the Monitoring Center, CENTEPRED, posted footage of the eruption on his Twitter account. He wrote that incandescent material had been thrown 400 meters down the slopes of Popocatépetl. It's an active stratovolcano, 43 miles southeast of the capital. Its name means Smoky Mountain in the indigenous Náhuatl range. So, we got active volcanoes and we got really weird weather. But yeah, that's close to Texas too. I'm in Houston and so it's just right down here. And then the Guatemalan ones are here. So yeah, another volcano eruption, man. Man, just look at all the clouds in the world. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw the Vanuatu. Where's Vanuatu? Vanuatu is right over here somewhere. So that one erupted this week, Friday. And then the one in Bali, Indonesia, erupted earlier this month. So do you see any weird weather around the Vanuatu, the two volcanoes? Yeah, you do. A lot, really. So science wouldn't lie to you. I mean, no, never. But I think the reason most of the volcano scientists have blocked me is because they know they're just not allowed to say. Oh, another great thing. And when I say great, I'm just in a very bad mood. It's all doom and gloom and failure all the time. Okay. Different story in the East Pacific. 10 days out, it shows hurricanes popping out near our volcano areas. And they have one headed right towards Hawaii. But at the very end, it takes a hard right. Now they're saying, hey, don't worry. But it weakens or veers right on the 10th day. But like if it showed a hurricane hitting the United States, they would say, oh, that's 10 days out. It's unreliable. But now they show it not hitting Hawaii. Like, oh, it's totally reliable. So I don't know. It's 10 days out. That is like a lifetime in 2018. As you can see, the activity by your volcanoes here. And the thing I've been talking about is the weird cloud that keeps puffing right there. Is there a volcano around there? And then you got Guatemala there. But just look at this whole area. And so when people are escaping from Guatemala or Mexico, they're trying to escape really horrible conditions. But we don't really have any empathy for anybody these days, so. Okay. Yeah, well, we got 4 days to save THORNEWS. Got to raise 500. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can't. I don't know. We're all going to have to adapt and deal with all the changes soon anyways. So, I'm sorry if I'm jerking this one or whatever. It's just, I just feel like I've failed at trying to unite people and get people ready for these earth changes, the volcanoes. When I was telling you guys years ago, we're going to start seeing serious volcano activity. Hawaii wasn't erupting like it is now. Guatemala wasn't erupting. Popocatépetl wasn't erupting. A lot of the major ones that are being very active weren't erupting. So, at least on this half of the earth, I'm pretty sure volcano activity's up. Okay, so if you want to donate, so continue, that would be great. If not, we'll figure out something, I guess. We're survivors, aren't we? Okay, stay cool. Peace out. And I think it's, okay,